I do like taking people out of the classroom if I can. I think that's important, and I've done that for many years. I teach field courses abroad. I've taken students to Italy regularly, and it's very, very interesting, because some of the students that you know, who you taught for years maybe, and they are very good students with text, for example, so they're good at looking at documents. As soon as you face them with something different, it's a new challenge and they react differently. And I think it can be quite rewarding for them to try to cope with new information. So if there are, for example, in fieldwork, had students interview elderly people, for example, about their lives. And of course, it's very interesting for them, because they suddenly realise that you can't just ask anything, and you can't just ask it in a blunt. So when you're reading a document, you can say about anything you like about it, but if you've got an 85-year-old person sitting next to you, you can't. You have to actually deal with them in a different way. So they learn how to react in an appropriate way to different sorts of stimulus and information. I think, and they also work very well. It's very interesting to watch them work in groups, of course. And so one of the things that I find very rewarding, although students, of course, sometimes are quite sometimes they don't like it, is to actually work in groups and be assessed as a group. And I find that very rewarding, to see how students work together, how they get different ideas, how they actually develop their work, and how what we might call weaker students, although it's not a phrase I particularly would use, but students who are struggling a bit might be pulled up by the group and contribute something that the group never even thought about, which is usually the case.